Greetings, Mech Warriors. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is TTB speaking, and welcome back to another episode of German Mechgineering, the daily show where we build cold-hearted, humorless, stompy robots for maximum effectiveness and efficiency on the battlefields of Mechwarrior Online. And today, guys, it is Fafnir time, and we are playing once again a build provided by Epic00. Guys, if you want TTB to play your mech and your build, then go ahead, check out my Patreon page, become a patron of the You Call the Shots level, and you too can tell TTB what mech he must play and must make a video of. And Epic00 says here that this time we're doing heavy gauss. This means that even if I was using lasers, I'd have to fire those lasers first before using the heavy gauss rifles, which is actually correct. Of course, you want to make sure you use the heavy gauss as the last weapon in your volley because that will throw off your aim. And he further writes that since the PPCs don't have a firing duration, you can just shoot them. It should actually make it possible so you can tap the PPCs quite quickly and then follow up with the heavy gauss rifles later on afterwards, and not incur any ghost heat. So this is a heavy gauss and PPC build. How does it exactly look like? Well, let's find out. Let's go into the loadout. So the basis for this build is a standard engine 275, which means we will be going about 45 kph. We are quite slow. This is a quite slow Fafnir. We do have Guardian ECM, so that is going in our favor. We will be a sneaky slow Fafnir. And we will have 2 heavy gauss rifles with 3 tons of ammo each, and we will have 2 snub-nosed PPCs. So this is a pinpoint mech, but it has to fire its weapon in 2 staggered shots because the heavy gauss rifles together with the snub-nosed PPCs incur a ton of ghost heat, and you will cook yourself. So what you'll do is you leave with the snub-nosed PPCs and then fire the heavy gausses shortly afterward. And that should give us a nice amount of burst damage. The snub-nosed PPCs are at 10 damage each, so that is 20, plus 25 damage from the heavy gauss at the optimal range of about 230 meters. So we're getting to about a 70 damage staggered alpha strike, which is quite nice, and the heavy gauss, of course, are quite cool, so we can basically fire those snub-nosed PPCs with impunity. We're removing a little bit of armor on the head and a little bit on the legs just to be able to fit all of this, and a little bit on the arms, but guys, this is a Fafnir. If anything gets shot, it's your CT or your side torso. Nobody's gonna bother trying to hit this little arm here, unless you're really, really good at twisting, and even then, it's easier to just hit this side torso or CT area. So you should be fine with about 70 armor on the arms. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at the skill tree for this build, and we'll be using a mixture of firepower, survival, sensors, and auxiliary. In the firepower tree, we want to get Gauss Charge 1 and 2, of course. These are very important. We want to be able to hold our Gauss shot, so even if we don't fire immediately with our with our snub-nosed PPCs, we want to be able to have those Gauss rifles charged up and be able to get released at a moment's notice. So, we acquire a target. As we aim at the target, we're already charging up the Gauss rifles. We then quickly fire our PPCs, and then we follow up with the Gauss rifles that are still going to have that charge. And with the Gauss Charge 1 and 2, you have 1.5 more seconds to actually release that shot. So we're in the clear here. We also take magazine capacity 1 and 2 because we need the additional Gauss rounds. And then I chose to take a little bit of heat gen and cooldown down here in this area as well. Okay. Then I went into the survival tree. I took the full survival tree except AMS Overload 1 and 2 because we don't need that. But we do need the extra armor and the extra structure. We are a very, very big, very, very slow mech. So when enemies are targeting us, we want to be sure to live as long as possible. Then we skip everything else. We go into sensors. Of course, we're running an ECM mech, guys. So remember, as I always say, enhanced ECM 1 and 2 are a must-have. Never run an ECM mech without those. And since we're already that deep into the sensors tree, we also take seismic sensor 1 and 2 because we are a brawler mech. We have brawler ranges, so we want to make sure we see any targets that are around us on the seismic radar. Of course, that only works when you're standing still, so keep that in mind. And we can also take radar deprivation 1 through 5 to make sure that once we are behind cover, enemies won't be able to rain lerms upon us. And then we go into the auxiliary tree. I chose to go with double artillery strike and double cool shot here because I was a little bit worried about the heat, or if we fumble up our sequence once or whatever, we have the cool shots to deal with that. If you don't need them, if you feel you don't need them, or if you find you don't need them in the end, you can just go for double UAV, it won't hurt, or spend the points into the firepower tree, get a little bit more cooldown, or get a little bit more range, or a little bit more velocity. I'll leave that up to you guys. Okay, so let's take this bad boy to the dropship and see if and how it performs I am pretty antsy to find out myself. And guys, if you enjoy this content and if you would like to also dictate TTB what he needs to do in a build, you know where to go. My Patreon page. Alright guys, let's jump into the match. And once again, thanks Epic00 for sponsoring this episode. Well guys, welcome to Polar Highlands, and we are pushing in towards the circle right now, taking a lot of fire from all the juicy PPCs that the enemy team of course has and we don't have. And of course my team is already rotating a little bit, so you know, it is just another day at the office. I could have had that bushwhacker, but I didn't hit the shot correctly. It's alright though. Just need to keep moving here. I don't want to get shot by that bushwhacker and all his rocket launchers. We're just going to go ahead and push into India 8 as fast as we can. I don't have any time to wait around here. Let's drop on airstrike here. Use that defensively. And maybe go into the bushy now. Hit him once. Come on. Hit twice. And once more with the heavy goss. Ripperoni Jabberoni. Okay, now let's push in onto the enemy Hatamato-chi here. Target hotel. Guys, get out of India 8, there's nothing there. Let's see what we can find here. Probably the Hatamato-chi, but we'll see. Yep, it is the Hatamato-chi. Boom, boom, and we go a little bit further down below. Want to keep my nose down as much as possible if I can. There we go, got a component from the Hatamato-chi. A Mad Cat is still very much alive, but he doesn't have good weapons, so we're good in this regard. Let's keep on moving. Maybe go onto the fire starter here. That was a miss. Let's shoot his legs if we can. There we go. He's legged. He's backed. Okay. Gulf City. Let's try and see if we can get that roughneck. Okay, he's down. India, why to see? Shoot him in the CT. Very, very nice. That's not looking too bad for us right now. Let's get the weapons going. Heavy Gauss going into target. Couldn't kill him unfortunately, but that's alright. We'll just push in behind the enemy Mad Cat and his buddies. This guy's shut down, so we shoot him in the back and murder him. Pop the cool shot and keep going. Onto the Mad Cat Mark II now. Onto his side torso. Hopefully teammate not standing into my way too much. We shoot. Bada boom! It should be very open now. Give him 1-2 more onto CT, and that was a miss actually. There we go. 4th kill the game. Let's go into that Marauder. Ooh, my Gauss armor is going down a little bit. Take this AC-20 off if we can. Take the other side torso. Very, very nice. Can we get this guy out of our back before he kills us? Yes, we can. Alright. Time to go onto Lima, that blackjack over here. Oh, that was a little bit of a miss here. Need to be careful though. Get the... and boom! Ripperoni! Jabroni! Woo! Oh, well, Epic00, are you entertained? That was beautiful. Well, let's just go ahead and find that last guy, and we shall be done with this. I just need to make sure they don't get shot in the back. Last guy is in the circle. So, let's see... He's bound to be on the left-hand flank here somewhere. We need to find him, and we need to be careful. So, start swerving like a madman. Got a teammate behind me that is keeping watch. The enemy just left the circle. Oh brother, where art thou? I heard something shoot. Is it a teammate here? Oh, he found him, okay. Oh, why didn't you say so? Oh, I missed the shot. Ah, I could have had him. I could have had him. That could have been an ace of spades, but one step shy. Oh well. Let's drop the link. I think I deserve it for this one. Holy hell. Shot all the heavy Gauss rounds. Everything's gone. 7 killing blows, 4 assists, 4 solo kills, 4 KMDDs, 858 damage done with 15 components taken out. Guys, if you enjoy this content, check out my Patreon page and become an active supporter of TTB. That's the best way that you can help me. And if you really, really enjoy this and you want to have TTB play your own build, well, check out the available ranks on Patreon. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and of course also check out my live channel, because on Twitch we're doing weird stuff like that all the time, so make sure to follow me there as well. I'll see you soon. Alrighty guys, here we are in our Fafnir brawler on Hibernal Rift, and unfortunately we have the bad spawn point here in Bravo 4, so we're gonna have to get our nose down immediately into the canyon, maybe give one heavy gauss run to these guys over the back, but then again we have to drop down immediately because, as you can see, the enemy has free reign of fire on us and they will rotate into us if we stay up here. So you have to drop down as fast as possible, otherwise you risk taking a lot of damage up top here, and you don't want that. So we're gonna take the long way around. It is annoying and it is actually frustrating because you have to run around all this time and you can't really engage, but that's just the name of the game. That's the way the map was designed, and that is the unfortunate truth that PGI chose to keep the old and obsolete spawn points. So we're gonna go towards the Delta 3 side here and try and see whether we can push in towards the enemy from that area. We've got our assaults in the middle, but as you can see, 80%, 78%. These guys have taken quite a beating already. That's exactly why I said it's not a good idea to stay up there. And we don't have anything to show for it. We didn't get a kill or anything, and it never works, guys. So just get your nose down and stay safe and be at full capacity to fight when you get into Delta 3 and towards the top side here. Okay, so we see a little bit of artillery fire going on here. That's alright though. I just want to get my nose into this fight here, drop the artillery slash airstrike on that corner, and we'll keep on moving. This guy shows, I'm gonna shoot him in the face. Nope, doesn't show. Alright, keep on going. Got a UAV above us, but can't deal with that right now. So we're just gonna take this angle here. See if we can find something. Nope, nothing yet. Alright, I guess it's time to push in then, because the enemy team seems to be pushing in behind us. And that Warhawk looks juicy, so let's get around the corner and say hi to him. Oh, that's one way to say hi. He's dead. Let's go after the Charger next. Boom. That should be CT open, and that should be CT dead once we shoot him again. There we go. Let's look towards the center. This guy in the arm, and go down a little bit further, because I don't want to get engaged by 10 different directions at once. There we go. Let's see what we can find here. Nothing so far. A bit further. Kill this guy. Now we go on to India. Shoot him in the back, because we can, and then we need to turn around now. His side torso is open, so one more hit will actually do him in, and the teammates are looking to do that right now. There we go. Now we can turn around and face the guys over here on this side. There we go. Drop the airstrike. Hold with me, Charlie 4 guys. Hold, hold, hold. Shoot the quick draw and take him down, and now we fall back a little bit. Unfortunately, my teammates have opted, as it looks like, to run around in circles a little bit, so can't really engage right now. But I can go on this side, shoot this quick draw once more. What's the quick draw? I can't really tell. My CT is open though, so I have to be very careful where I'm moving here. So let's shield far side here, get our ass out of the fight as fast as possible, because somebody is trying to shoot it. There we go, that's the guy who's shooting it. It's a Warhammer. 2C. Okay, well, let me get around the corner and let's see how much he wants to shoot me now. Not so much, hopefully. Okay, 2 more guys left alive. There's one of them. I missed. Unfortunately, I missed my shot. Need to be very careful with that Viper. Yeah. There we go. 2 shots into the target. He doesn't have any more weapons left. He doesn't have any more life left. Beautiful. This mech is challenging to play, because you not only have to manage your mech and the position and the slow speed, but you also have to manage the snap-nose and the heavy gauss, because if you shoot them at the same time, you're going to cook yourself. You're going to instantly overheat. 3 killing blows, 5 assists, 1 solo kill, 3 KBD, 652 damage done, 6 components taken out. I think this mech can do 1000 damage as long as you don't get into a permanent NASCAR situation. Overall, GG. Guys, if you like this content, check out my Patreon page and become an active supporter of the channel, just like Epic00, the sponsor of this video.